Well, good morning. It's Monday, starting out another week. I am going to do a little bit of a recap of what I made last week, or last 2 weeks. We're paid bi-weekly. I didn't work on Monday and Tuesday of the pay period, and I took an afternoon or the evening route off, but I still made $2,540. And just as soon as I can figure out, because my bank statement will not let me photo shoot it, so I'm going to have to get another phone, take a picture of it, and show you because it's direct deposited. And as soon as I can do that, I'm going to put it out there so you can see it. Now, I was just asked a question by a viewer. I've been offered 55 cents a mile. Is that good? Well, let me break it down for you. I'm going to teach you guys how to break down whether or not what you're being offered is actually decent. 55 times 100 miles equals $55. That's a little light. Normally it's around $80, $90 to give you an idea what that should pay. But let's just take a look at what he was offered. 55 cents a mile times 100 equals $55, and for every 100 miles he loses $5. I don't know what for. Additional screw the driver pay, I don't know, because this offer, once I break it down, when I found that they were using their vehicle, sucks. And here's why. You pick up, let's say, I'm going to use the area I live in, just make it easy. I pick up in Cincinnati, I go to Columbus, Ohio, it's 100 miles, take an hour and a half and no traffic, but just say you have no traffic, you get up there an hour and a half, you get it done. Well, do you have anything to bring back? No? Oh, well. Gee, you deadhead. That's called deadhead. Any miles you drive to do something that you're not paid is deadhead miles. So if you were lucky enough to be sitting in the parking lot of the place that was picking up, let's say there was a hospital, you went into Children's Hospital, okay? And you picked up a package at Children's because you just dropped off there. You got that, so to have no deadhead miles going to get it. And you drove to Columbus, and it was 100 miles. You got $55 less $5 for, I guess, paying the owner for lunch. Yeah. Okay, so let's break that number down. 100 miles divided by, let's just say 30 miles per gallon. If you get that, it's 3.33 gallons. Take that times like 2.25 for gas. It's a running average in our area right now. That would be $7.50. So we take the $50, take away the $7.50, and you made $42.50. $42.50 divided by 1.5 hours is $28.33 an hour. But wait, you're using your car. And that 100 miles became 200 miles of driving. I'm going to tell you why. You didn't have anything to come back. So you actually are going to end up driving 200, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's just go back to that 42.50 or 28.33 and 28.33 per hour. I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but you're using your car. Your car's depreciating. I hope it's not a new car or a newer car, because you're going to depreciate that car down to nothing quickly. It will have no value. That's why I tell people, don't use your main rides out here. Get something different. I bought a used Chevy Express. Why? Because all the depreciation's pretty much gone off of it. It's a $26,000 van. I paid $10,000 for it. 60-something thousand miles on it. I mean, you can probably see I put a headache rack in it. You can see that's there now. That's so I don't have stuff flying in the back and smacking me in the back of the head. But I did put a headache rack in it. That's new. It cost me about $300. I'll do a review on it here later. And tell you why the installation instructions are stupid. But back to you, and you're $28.33 an hour. So you're in Columbus and you don't have anything to bring back. You got a deadhead back. It's an additional 100 miles that you just drove. So let's take a look at that number again, shall we? You take your $50 that you made, because they took the $5 off. You made $55 and they take $5 off for lunch, maybe haircut for the owner, I don't know. Then your gas doubles because you have to go back, so that's $15. So you actually made $35, and now we're going to divide that by 3 hours of driving. You made $11.66. but we have not taken off any maintenance for your vehicle, depreciation, anything. You're going broke fast is what you're doing. This is how you calculate whether or not what you're doing is making you money. It's a simple formula. If they're going to pay by the mile, which after thinking about the offer that this viewer asked about, this is terrible. I'd tell them they're nuts, because that run up there is being grossly underpaid. 70, 80 bucks is what it should pay. And 55, then they're going to take $5 off for 100. No, that ain't gonna fly. That's terrible. It's just terrible. 1166, flip a burger at McDonald's, you come out ahead. Work at a warehouse, 14.15. Go to Amazon. You can get, deliver Amazon. Amazon will pay you. You'll drive their van. You can get a contractor with Amazon. You can drive their van. They'll pay the gas, the maintenance, everything. You just drop the boxes and take a picture and use their app, and you'll make 15 something an hour. Now you can see why that offer sucks, because you're using their equipment, their gas, their everything. You have no cost, and you're making 15. Let's just say 15 an hour. It's 15 something. Let's say 15.69. Just 15.50. You're way ahead. This is a terrible offer. Terrible. Learn to know that you do have worth. If this is how they're going to pay, go to Amazon. Simple as that. You come out ahead. To make money in this business, you've got to learn how much time it's going to take, distance, and if you got the deadhead back. If you're deadheading back, 55 cents, which they're taking 5 off, is 50 bucks. Well, actually, that 55 becomes 50 cents, and then you actually divide it by 2, and you're making a quarter mile. Your cost of operation is higher than this. You got to have insurance. You got to have the vehicle. You got to do the maintenance. You're going to put tires and brakes and all that stuff to it. All this oil changes. No one ever. You're going to use full synthetic, but if you're not doing it yourself, you're paying 60 bucks. Yeah, you're going to do that a lot, because you're going to be cranking miles like crazy. So at this rate, to make money, I don't know how you can, but let's just do the raw math. For every 100 miles, you make $50. So to make oh good Lord, you got to do 10 times 100, 1,000 miles to make 500 bucks. Really? But then you got to take your gas off of 75. If you're going to have the deadhead back, it becomes 150, so you're at 350. Yeah, you see how it's going down? Yeah, you got to take off your maintenance because you got to change your oil. There goes 350 becomes around 300. You have to replace those tires at that rate because you're cranking out 2,000 miles a week. Or at there, oh yeah, it's going into the toilet fast. You're going bankrupt and you'll be out of business. But they don't care. But see, they just come and get another idiot behind the wheel. Don't work for people who take advantage of you. Like I said, I made $25.40. I didn't start till Wednesday doing this. The first 2 days were gone. And one of the evening routes I dumped because I had something to do. I had the other guy do it. So I still made $1,225 a week. Okay? So I'm still making money. And that's how you have to do this. You got to figure up your time, your effort, your vehicle, your cost. If you have a car payment, well, let's say you have $400 a month car payment. You got to take $100 a week off for your payment, don't you? Ooh, that's a cost. You're in business for yourself. You're 1099. Do the math. Don't make the owner rich, because that's what you're going to be doing at those numbers. So this is Big D. Keep those questions coming. I will do an in-depth on the headache rack here later on this week. And just as soon as I can figure out how to actually do a copy, because for some reason Fifth Third's app won't let you take a picture. Screenshot it. Don't ask me why. It should be able to take a screenshot of your own stupid app. Now they don't. I'm not a big fan of Fifth Third Bank either. But you can tell. But like I said, this is big detail, and you don't get taken advantage of. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, pass it on to your friends, pass it on to your enemies, pass it on to everybody. Put it on billboards, paint it on Biden's and Harris's in parking lots. Go to Big D. Just kidding. But just have some fun with it. And remember, no question is a dumb question. If you get stuff like this, send it to me. I'll do a video on it, and you can see why, and break the numbers down for you. And then we can actually look at this and discuss it and see where $11.66 an hour, no thanks. You have a good one.